I will never see my son again. For my birthday, I went to see him. And that was hard because his little sister, which is now 6, she begged me, "Mommy, tell CJ to come home."
Sentencing day today for a crash that killed 2 teenagers. You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglett. Nyla Frazier was sentenced to up to 9 years in prison. The 20-year-old pleaded guilty to the charges back in February. Prosecutors say she drove through a red light at more than 100 miles per hour and crashed into a dump truck. Her passengers, 17 and 19-year-old, were ejected and killed in the crash. Only in Newsday, a federal trial against Suffolk police over an alleged strip search has ended in a hung jury. Brian Garcia claims the police handcuffed him and pulled down his pants during a traffic stop in 2016. His attorney says his civil rights were violated.
The stop wasn't documented, the search wasn't documented, nothing was documented. So the Suffolk County Police Department actually were acting as rogues in this situation when they did this and then didn't tell anybody.
A lawyer representing the officers said Garcia was never handcuffed and had given them consent to search him and his car. Garcia's attorney says there will be a second trial. An attorney for Rex Hewerman's family says they're struggling to understand why their home is being searched once again. Here's video of his daughter taking off after picking up her car from the home. The lawyer says she was there when investigators first arrived at the First Avenue home on Monday. More boxes of evidence were taken out of the Massapequa Park home today. Officials have not said what brought police back to search again. Hempstead Village will borrow $55 million for a new water treatment plant. The village's wells are currently contaminated with 1,4-dioxane and have not met state water standards in years. The new plant will be on the site of its existing plant on Clinton Street. Walt Whitman High School students got a special visit today. The Marine Corps drill team and the Marine Corps band touched down in Huntington Station.
When most people think of Marines, they think about people jumping out of airplanes, low crawling through mud, and blowing stuff up. We do that, and trust me, we do it well.
Very cool experience for these students. The event is part of Fleet Week, which is designed to show students what the Marine Corps is all about. There are some new sip and stay getaways on the North Fork. Elisa DiStefano shows us in a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Spend the day at the vineyard and stay overnight on site. Accommodations are right through the vines.
Sonino Vineyard in Cutchogue is home to a sprawling vineyard, a tasting room, and a bed and breakfast, and home to owners Lisa and Anthony Sonino.
When we were in Italy, we experienced an agriturismo, where basically you're staying on the farm with the farmer, the family, and we thought we can bring that here on the North Fork.
The winemaking is done by the Soninos on premise, and wine tasting is done here daily.
Which one is your signature here?
The Petit Verdot, I would say, is probably the most popular. We call it Spotlight because it's spotlighting that particular grape.
Okay, well, in the name of research, I must take a taste. It was good. What do I say? It has a lot of body? Is that wine language?
Full body.
Full body.
A lot of cherries and berries.
I taste it.
Across from the main estate, an overnight stay is just a quarter-mile away.
And this is such a cool part. When you're ready to go to the bed and breakfast, you just
Follow the vines.
follow the vines.
This is their bed and breakfast.
Wow. This is so lovely. You get to live here?
Yeah, we love it.
Like a dream.
They have 2 guest rooms to choose from.
Villa or suite?
Sweet.
Suite
Let's do
first,
it.
okay. Can't wait to
Come
see
on
it.
in.
It is so beautiful. I feel like I'm in Italy somewhere.
Right, except for the rolling hills.
Yes, except for the rolling hills. But listen, this view is still pretty incredible.
And you don't need a passport.
Come see the villa. Look at this, a private deck. You're right on the vineyard.
Yeah, 2 steps away. So I deliver breakfast here in the morning.
I would want to for sure. Have breakfast in bed.
Well, you could do that.
And take in this beautiful view. This is really a dream.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
That's it, I'm not going home.
2 steps
I'm
away.
staying. You can't get rid of me.
Looks relaxing, right? You can read more about where to sip and stay on the island and more things to do with the family in our summer fun book on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A local theater is celebrating 75 years of entertaining Long Islanders. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
At the beginning of the 75th season, we just wanted an exciting show, and Rock of Ages kind of has a little of something for everyone. It's 80s nostalgia, but it's funny. The songs are not all heavy metal. Some are the ballads, Journey and Pat Benatar and things. So it's just a really fun way to start the season. Gateway Playhouse was started by my family back in the 1950s. So it's been a long-standing tradition. We've been doing shows year after year, and this is our 75th anniversary. Back in the 50s when the theater started, we had the likes of Robert Duvall, Gene Hackman. A lot of people get their start at Gateway. They go on to do Broadway shows. Other people start on Broadway, and they actually come back and perform here. So we've had people like Sally Struthers in shows here. We had Nancy Kerrigan in our Ice show recently. When Gateway started back in the 50s, it was started in a barn. We pushed out the cows to make room for performers, and the theater evolved from there. But really in the last 15, 20 years, things have really changed a lot. The technology has changed. We get sets from the Broadway shows. We get costumes from the Broadway shows. We're pretty much, if you can't make it into New York, you can come out to Belport, see the show, and it's sometimes even better than what you see in New York. We just received a huge grant from Suffolk County. We got $1.5 million to enhance the Gateway Playhouse. So we have plans that we're unveiling at our season launch. We're going to be building a 4,000 square foot addition to the front of the building, new entrance, new parking facilities. It's going to be a huge change. We're going to retain the charm of Gateway, which was a historic country setting, but adding in that sort of more modern appeal.
You can read more about the Gateway on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Let's take a look at your Long Island weather now. Gorgeous out there today. Hope you got to enjoy it. Tonight we drop down to about 59 degrees or so, and you can expect some showers as well because tomorrow we'll have a lot more serious rain to deal with. For your Thursday, warm in the low 70s, possibly mid 70s, but we do have to deal with that rain. Look at your screen. It becomes heavy at times. And as we expand to see your Friday, Memorial Day weekend, we dry out, which is great. Highs in the mid and upper 70s before we get back to some more rain early next week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great night.